Should you invest in crypto assets in 2022? Is now the right time to buy? Ask Cathie Wood, who just closed a $1.5 billion crypto fund. And maybe we find the answer to the question, when is the right time to buy? Last year, everybody talked about the never-ending price hike of Bitcoin and other crypto assets. Raoul Pal, Michael Saylor, Cathie Wood, and Anthony Pompliano said that the crypto market capitalization would go into hundreds of trillions of dollars. And then the unbelievable thing happened. The market crashed. Since November 2021, crypto assets knew only one way: downwards. So the interesting question now is, what will the future hold for crypto assets? Is it a falling knife, or is it already the right time to buy the dip? For example, the company Wirecard fell tremendously in May and June 2020, and right after went bankrupt. Any investment in that company was lost forever. It was clearly a falling knife, and Wirecard isn't listed anymore. While other companies like Amazon or Tesla also experienced massive corrections in their stock prices. And when we look now at these companies, I think everybody knows that in the last 10 to 15 years, they created the best success stories on the market. So what about Bitcoin and other digital assets? Is the knife falling, or is it a dip worth buying? And I always like finding out what the experts in the field are doing. And this week, Cathie Wood raised $1.5 billion for her crypto fund, which I heard on This Week in Startups podcast was the largest debut fund a woman ever raised. Jason Calacanis suggested to leave out the gender because basically it was the largest debut fund that was ever raised by a man or a woman. $500 million will go into an early stage startup fund, and 1 billion are reserved for more mature companies, for scale-up companies focusing on Web3 and crypto assets. CNBC states that this is excellent news since it is a female VC's most significant debut fund. I live in Vienna, Austria, Europe, and a debut early stage fund usually closes with about 10 to 20 million euros and only very few above 50 million. The fund size of $1.5 billion is, in my opinion, a significant sign of confidence in the crypto market. Although all uncertainty in the market, entrepreneurs and investors seem to keep pushing forward. When I'm researching for answers to my question, why is it now the right time to allocate so much capital into the shaky and volatile crypto market, I found the following answer. According to a Bloomberg interview, Haun said that it's not a bad time to deploy a crypto fund. Despite those challenges, the extreme volatility is reminiscent of the first two crypto funds I deployed. What I learned from those funds is that great founders and great projects are going to build in every cycle at Haun, who until recently was a partner at Andreessen Horowitz. What is my conclusion for retail investors? 1.5 billion is a considerable amount of capital flowing into developing the next generation of the internet. Bloomberg comments further. Indeed, the decline in the price of Bitcoin and other virtual currencies hasn't stopped the flow of money into crypto-focused venture fund. Earlier this month, Electric Capital raised $1 billion for crypto-related investments, and Bain Capital Ventures just launched a $560 million crypto fund. Those fundraisers came after venture firms invested about $32 billion in crypto startups last year, according to PitchBook data. The next generation of the internet, also known as Web3, attracts a lot of professionally managed structured capital. The great thing with Web3 is that retail investors can participate indirectly. Usually, the private markets are closed for retailers, which keeps them away from substantial growth opportunities. But not so in the blockchain based area. Tokens open up the space for everybody. More capital into startups means that different token ecosystems have sufficient fuel to evolve further. I guess that in the long run, over the next 5 to 10 years minimum, this will positively affect the prices of the tokens as well. Great opportunity for retail investors. At the end, always one advice: do your own research and don't buy anything just because you saw a video on YouTube and someone recommended a stock or crypto asset to you. Always do your own due diligence. Enjoy your evening.